Hey everyone, what is up and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. This week's video is actually going to be the first video of a 4-part series I am doing. I have compiled a list of my must-dos for each of the 4 Walt Disney World theme parks. So over the next 4 weeks, we will be taking a look at each of the theme parks in depth. I'll be running through what I have on my must-do list for these parks. I have broken down my must-dos into 3 different kind of categories. I have must-do rides, must-do food, and then must-do entertainment. I feel like those are kind of the 3 main areas that Disney has things that fit into. So that's what I've broken it down into. And we will be exploring those more in depth for each of the 4 theme parks. Now, keep in mind, as we move through these videos, these are just my personal opinions. These are the things that I try to hit every single time I go. Some things I have left off because I have not experienced them yet, so I don't want to put them on my must-do list until I've experienced it and know for a fact that it is on my must-do list. I do have some new and fun and exciting things planned on my trip in April that I have not done yet. So those might end up on my must-do list after that. But for right now, if it's something I've not experienced, I'm not going to add it to my must-do list just yet. I've also left off some things on my must-do list that others might feel belong on the list. So that's why it's important to know that these are just kind of my personal opinions. Things that I always try to do every single time I hit the parks. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so week 1, this week we are focusing in on Animal Kingdom, Disney's Animal Kingdom, DAC as some people like to call it. For me personally, Animal Kingdom is probably my least favorite of the 4 theme parks. So my must-do list for this theme park is relatively short in comparison to the other 3. But I will for sure give you my rundown of my must-dos when I go to this park, and kind of why I put them on my list. So first, we're going to look at rides. What are my must-do rides at Animal Kingdom? I actually have 4 rides on my list. So starting off the list, number 1, Avatar Flight of Passage in Pandora. It is a super awesome ride. It's a super cool experience. The way the ride vehicle is set up and the way that you actually sit on the ride is something that no other Disney attraction has. And you really truly feel like you're flying on a Banshee. Lots of cool sights, sounds, smells, colors. So it is a great ride. One worth the wait in my opinion. Or if you can snag a Genie Plus Lightning Lane reservation for it, I definitely recommend doing that. My second ride on this list is Kilimanjaro Safari. It's located at the back of the park. This ride is so cool because it's kind of mind-blowing to think that something like that is located in the middle of a theme park. You hop on a ride vehicle and it's like you're riding through the savannah. The animals freely roam around. So you can get some pretty cool views of different animals you might not normally get to see up close. There's giraffes, elephants, lions, all different kinds of animals that you get some super cool views of from this ride. It is one that can get kind of a long line just because of the way the ride is laid out, but definitely one that I think is worth waiting for. Or again, if you can get that Genie Plus reservation for it, I definitely suggest doing that. Alright, moving into ride number 3, my third ride on the list is Dinosaur. Now, if I'm being honest, this is kind of a must-do just because I think it's more one of those Animal Kingdom classic rides. Not particularly a ride I totally love and enjoy every minute of, but it is a cool ride to get on for the, I guess, nostalgia of the theme park. So one I will try to do probably once on my vacation, and once I've done it once, I feel satisfied. Don't feel like I need to do it again. Whereas some of these other ones are definitely things I would do over and over and over again. So I will say Dinosaur, probably not the best ride for little kids. It is a little loud, a little jumbly, tumbly, kind of scary if you were a little kid. So probably not best for the youngest ones in your party, but definitely something I would suggest doing once for the experience of going on the ride. And then last but certainly not least on my must-do ride list at Animal Kingdom is Expedition Everest. This is, in my opinion, definitely the best ride at Animal Kingdom. One worth doing multiple times. It's such a cool experience of a roller coaster. The things that it does, the way that the track looks like it's broken, then you start going backwards. Unfortunately, right now, it is closed for refurbishment, at least through April, as far as we can see right now. So if you are going in the next couple of months, you will unfortunately not be able to ride that ride. But if you go back, or if you are there when it is open, it is definitely something you should do, and definitely one I would do multiple times during my trip. So that is all that I have for must-do rides at Animal Kingdom. Some of the other rides that I left off are just things that I don't think are worth waiting for a super duper long time, whereas the rides on my must-do list I would wait kind of a long time for. So anything that I've omitted, that is the reason, or it's because I haven't experienced it, and so I'm not going to put it on my must-do list just yet. So now let's move into food. So must-do food at Animal Kingdom, I actually have two things on my list. Aside from Rainforest Cafe, which is right at the entrance of the park, and you don't even have to enter the park to eat there, that's the only table service sit-down restaurant that I've eaten at Animal Kingdom. So I don't have any table service restaurants on my must-do list. Rainforest Cafe is a great restaurant if you're looking for a fun experience. It has food that pleases pretty much everybody. But when I go to Disney, I try to eat things that I can't eat elsewhere. And I feel like there's Rainforest Cafes kind of in a lot of the major cities that you can eat at. So if you have picky eaters, or if you've never been to one before, Rainforest Cafe is a great option. But for me personally, it is not on my must-do list. The two that are on my must-do list are both quick service restaurants. So first is Yak and Yeti quick service, and I know that there's a table service Yak and Yeti. I've just never been to it. I've always just opted for the quick service, which is actually just to the right of the table service restaurant. They're like literally attached. I think you can get kind of the same food, probably just smaller portion sizes, but it's a great option for lunch. It's not anything too heavy. Relatively cheap prices in terms of Disney World food and pricing goes. So that is kind of my go-to for lunch when I'm at Animal Kingdom. I always go for the honey chicken, sweet honey chicken, something like that. But it's really good, really tasty. Definitely recommend that one. Then the other one, Satuli Canteen, over in Pandora. The cheeseburger pods are definitely the best thing to get there, but that is a pretty popular one because of its location, being in Pandora. So if you're not scared away by the large crowd of people at Satuli Canteen, definitely eat there. But if you are, Yak and Yeti typically has pretty short lines, so that's another reason I normally end up there for lunch when I go to Animal Kingdom. And that's really all I have as far as must-do food on my list. Mostly because I haven't really eaten anywhere else in that park. I haven't done many of the sit-down restaurants, and Satuli Canteen and Yak and Yeti quick service are the only two quick service I've done there. So I don't have anything else on my must-do list because I haven't experienced it yet, so I don't know if it truly is a must-do for me. And then the last category, entertainment. I think Animal Kingdom probably has the best show and all of Disney World, which is Festival of the Lion King. Right now it's a celebration of the Festival of the Lion King. It's kind of a condensed version of the normal show because of COVID. You don't feel like you're missing out too much, with the exception of the Tumble Monkeys. Hopefully in the future, as things are getting back to normal, the full Lion King show will come back and they will bring those guys back because they are a super fun part of the show. But definitely one I will go see probably 2 or 3 times while I'm there because I love it that much. It's such a beautiful show. The music is great. The cast members that perform in the show are fantastic. So definitely one worth waiting for, or again, getting that Genie Plus reservation if you could get it. And maybe going more than one time just to experience it from a couple of different angles. And then the other show in Animal Kingdom, the Finding Nemo show, is a good show. In my opinion, not even close to the same level as the Lion King show, but definitely one worth seeing. It has still not reopened from COVID. They have announced 2022 will be the year it will be coming back, and it looks like it might be a little different than the Finding Nemo show we had pre-COVID. But we still don't have any word on exactly when that will be reopening. So I don't know if I'll get to experience it when I go. If it is open, I will for sure see it at least one time to experience it. If it's good, maybe more than once. But those are the 2 shows that I have on my entertainment list. Now again, I know that there are some new shows, some new nighttime shows and things that I have not experienced yet. So I will for sure be seeing all the new things that I can while I am there. And I will be sure to let you know what I think of it, and if it's something that I will be adding to my must-do list, and something I think you should also add to yours. Now, that is all I have for you for Animal Kingdom. Like I said, for me personally, it is probably my least favorite Disney World theme park, so my must-do list here is relatively short. But stay tuned because in the coming weeks we will be covering all of the other 3 theme parks. Next week will be Epcot. The list there is a little longer, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Turn on the bell so you are notified every time I post. Make sure you smash that like button and leave a comment down below telling me what some of your favorite must-dos are at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Make sure you share this video. Share it with friends, family, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, your dog, whoever. Share it with everyone. I'm really trying to grow this channel and reach out to as many people as I can. So when you guys share it and show it to new people, that really helps me out a lot. 2, also make sure you head over to Instagram and follow me there at Opal's Disney Corner. That is all I have for you this week, and I will see you guys next week on The Corner.